there are some ghost guests who were not invited to hide in these creepy hotels located all around the world. There have been reports of people seeing ghostly visions of former customers who overstayed their welcome or former employees who are haunting the hallways. While some hotels do their best to dispel the disturbing accusations, others take the opportunity to let the ghosts that inhabit their hotels become a medium for their promotional activities. Some thrill seekers find it scary fun to think about spending the night in a hotel where scary things have happened in the past, thanks to movies like The Shining and the real-life scary Stanley Hotel. And one location to spend time with the ghost of a sailor on a ship. Another hotel tells the true scary story of the soul of a burning bride. And then there's a place so haunted that a famous horror writer sought inspiration there. Just look at the hundreds of haunted hotel forums on TripAdvisor. For many people, paranormal activity is just as important as a pool or free Wi-Fi. Regardless of whether you believe in supernatural occurrences or not, the fact that they are present during your stay will certainly give a sense of mystery to the experience. The following is a list of the top 7 scariest hotels in the world, which just might keep you awake at night. So let's dive into the video. The Stanley Hotel is the #1 location. This hotel in Estes Park, Colorado is arguably best known as the basis for the classic horror novel The Shining, which was written by Stephen King. It is widely considered to be one of the most famously haunted hotels in the United States. You can make a reservation to spend the night in room 217, the place where the story was brought to life. The hotel, which was established in 1907 and was named after the man who created Stanley steamer vehicles, does not make an effort to conceal its reputation for paranormal activity. Instead, it organizes ghost tours for tourists who are interested in learning more about the location's spooky past. The apparitions of Mr. Stanley and his wife have been seen often moving through the lobby and the billiard room, and on occasion, the apparition of Mrs. Stanley has been heard playing the ivories. The hallways on the 4th floor seem to be filled with the sounds of giggling children rushing through them, possibly those terrifying twins. There have been reports of guests experiencing whispering voices, phantom footsteps, and the feelings of hands tugging at their clothing. Other phenomena have also been observed. Guests have reported waking up in room 217 to find their blankets folded and placed by their beds, leading some to believe that the room is haunted by a deceased former cleaner. It is reported that the spirit of the Earl of Dunraven, who once occupied room 407, still lingers there, and that the room occasionally emits the scent of pipe smoke. Other indications that something sinister is occurring at the Stanley include the opening and closing of doors and the turning on and off of lights. However, maybe it's just an old drafty hotel with faulty wiring. The Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel is the second on our list. Over the course of 125 years, the Canadian Pacific Railway constructed this stately old hotel that resembles a castle to serve as a luxury pit stop for train tourists enjoying the Rockies. The majestic mountains may be one of the most memorable parts of your stay. However, as it appears that these ancient halls are inhabited by at least a few spirits who once lived here. There have been multiple reports of a bride who was burning in her dress when it caught fire and caused her to fall down a staircase to her death. It has been reported that she was seen dancing in the Cascade Ballroom while wearing a glowing bridal gown. It has also been said that the apparitions of a family that was killed in room 873 can be seen there. Some people claim to have seen a ghostly family walking about outside the missing room, despite the fact that the room has been boarded up and the occurrence has been covered up. The ghost of Sam Macaulay, a lifelong bellman who worked at the hotel until his death in 1976 and made a pact to return to haunt it after he passed away, appears the most frequently. There have been reports of guests receiving assistance from an elderly Scottish employee dressed in a dated uniform. Sam is frequently blamed for strange occurrences, like the opening of elevator doors and the flashing of lights. If you visit here, you will definitely find this a very scary hotel. Queen Mary is the 3rd scariest hotel. Since the 1970s, the once prestigious ocean liner now serves as a floating hotel off the coast of Long Beach, California, where it had been docked. Flat-screen TVs, Wi-Fi, and pillow-top beds are standard in the opulent accommodations. Many still have Art Deco details, glossy oak flooring, and movable portholes. Suites have living spaces, and some are named for famous passengers. It is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in the United States, so although it is a beautiful place to stay, you should be ready for the possibility of seeing a ghost or two. It is reported that the ghosts of two ladies who drowned in the first-class swimming pool in the 1930s and 1960s can still be seen there today. A mysterious woman in white has been observed in the Queen's salon, while a well-dressed gentleman in vintage attire had been spotted more than once. Both of these individuals have been seen more than once. The sounds of two toddlers, who do not really exist, giggling had been picked up near a storage area. If that isn't enough for you, it has been reported that there have been numerous ghostly apparitions seen in and around cabin B340, which is why it is no longer available for guest usage. The Langham Hotel is the fourth most important location in our list. This fashionable hotel in London's West End first opened its doors in 1865 and quickly became a popular hangout for prominent authors such as Oscar Wilde, George Orwell, Mark Twain, and Arthur Conan Doyle. Because of that, it would appear specially that this location is likewise frequented by a number of visitors that refuse to go to this type of scary location. The apparition of a German prince who committed suicide by jumping off a cliff has been seen dressed in full military regalia, and a ghost dressed as a man in Victorian clothing has been seen in the month of October for some unexplained reason. There have been allegations that Napoleon III could be seen walking around the premises, which the BBC has broadcast. Because it appears like the majority of these ghost guests are staying in room 333, you might wish to ask to be moved to a different room. The fifth most scary hotel location is the Roosevelt Hotel. Since it first opened its doors in 1927, this popular hangout in Hollywood has welcomed a countless number of wealthy, famous, and even supernatural customers. There have been sightings of Marilyn Monroe in the mirror of room 229, and there have been reports of Montgomery Clift playing his trumpet in room 928. Other spectral guests include Montgomery Clift. The actress has been spotted more than once on the 12th floor, where Carole Lombard and her husband, Clark Gable, used to reside. The alleged chilly area in the hotel's Blossom Ballroom, which was the location of the very first Academy Awards presentation, registers 10 degrees colder than the room around it. This is by far the most unsettling aspect of the situation. Number 6 is the Hotel del Coronado. It is said that King Edward VIII first laid eyes on Wallis Simpson at this luxurious resort that was established in the San Diego area in 1888. This upscale beach hotel is 5 miles from downtown San Diego. Throughout the course of the year, the hostess has the honor of entertaining a veritable who's who of wealthy, famous, and presidential guests. However, there is one guest in particular who has overstayed her booking. Back in the year 1892, a young woman by the name of Kate Morgan was found to have perished in a manner that remains a mystery to this day in the stairwell of a hotel. Since that time, there have been reports of bizarre smoky sightings as well as unexplained activities such as lights flickering, strange noises, and televisions turning on by themselves. Hotel Chelsea is the 7th most creepiest hotel on our list. This historic bohemian New York mansion, which was converted into a hotel around the year 1884, has a long and illustrious history filled with prominent guests, some of whom never really left their rooms. Dylan Thomas, a Welsh poet known for his heavy drinking, had his final binge here before falling into a coma and ultimately claiming his life. It is said that even today, he may be found throwing parties in the hallways. There is a legend that the 8th floor of the Chelsea Hotel is home to the spirits of the novelist Thomas Wolfe and the playwright Eugene O'Neill. This hotel is also rumored to be the location where Sid Vicious of Sex Pistols supposedly stabbed his girlfriend, Nancy Spungen, and where he afterwards overdosed on heroin and passed away before he could be tried for the crime. It has been reported that the ghost of Sid can be found hanging out near the east elevator of the hotel. The Chelsea is undergoing repairs at the moment, but it will reopen its doors to guests who are ready to share space with these spirits. If you are curious about real-life scariest stories like this, we encourage you to stay with us. If you press the bell button, you will be able to watch our videos as soon as they are released, and don't forget to subscribe to us.